Welcome back to In Ohio Country today, and joining me now is Jared Black, and we're at the Ohio Pork Congress. Jared is from Canal Winchester, right?
Yes, that's correct. Canal Winchester.
Yeah, say that 50 times fast. It's always a tongue twister, isn't it?
Better than Washington Courthouse or some of the other cities in the state. But yep.
Let's talk about your family farm down there, Jared.
Yep. So grew up on a family farm in Canal Winchester, Ohio. We grew up with about 350 sows. Transitioned into a finishing barn where we specialize in raising gilts for different sow farms across the state. Currently, I work for Hancock Pork out of Upper Sandusky, Ohio, and manage all of their logistics and transportation of all their pigs.
You also make sure that you're an advocate for this industry by participating not only on a statewide basis, but on a national basis as well, right?
That's correct, yeah. I'm currently president-elect for Ohio Pork Producer Council, and have been fortunate to go nationally and internationally once to Mexico City for pork. So it's been quite a privilege.
Let's talk about some of the main responsibilities you have on a national basis and let our producers here in the Buckeye State know what you're doing to help promote this product not only nationally but internationally, I'm sure.
Sure, yeah. So definitely trying to get the word out there about the work we're doing as farmers in Ohio. You know, Ohio's, we're unique where we have the privilege of being a top 10 state both in pork production and in terms of total population. There's not many other states that can say that. So, that lets us raise our product, the pigs, where the people are. So our product doesn't have to move very far like some other states might have to. Getting the word out there, showing, the public what we're doing, being an advocate on that front. And then, going and talking with our state representatives and our national representatives out in D.C. To, just tell them, what it is we're doing and why the work we do on the farms every day is important.
We spoke with Dwayne Statler, and Dwayne, of course, outgoing president for the NPPC. And one of the things that we talked about is the quality of the product and how that's improved. And I'm sure that trying to communicate that to our legislators, that this is a product, a protein that certainly has a lot of diversification, but the quality has certainly improved, if not one of the best out there.
Sure, yeah, and I mean that's the work that the national board does with getting the, as you mentioned, how diverse pork can be. We obviously would love it to be the center of the plate and have that on as many plates as we can, but how it fits in seamlessly in so many different preparations, whether breakfast with your bacon, your sausages. Your different ground pork products that can go into so many different types of cuisine, whether that's Asian style or Mexican dishes, and then obviously your whole muscle cuts that everybody knows and loves, your loin chops, your tenderloins. Actually, now one of my favorite cuts is gaining popularity is the shoulder steaks. They are fantastic. They've got a lot of marbling in there. They are as good as any beefsteak you'll find.
Yeah, let's talk about that. The fact that, well, first off, it's the center of my plate at least once or twice a week, that's for sure, and maybe more often if you include breakfast and snacks for that matter. But the idea of the fact that quality, that improved quality, has created a much more diverse product, like you said, from a cooking standpoint, that challenges every cut of beef that's out there, it seems like.
Yeah, so, I mean, that's the nice thing with pork. It's highly nutritious. It's a very, it's a complete protein. So it's going to provide all of the amino acids that the consumer would need, not to get too scientific on why the product's so good, but it's unique amongst other proteins and what it can provide, and not only its flavor profile, its versatility, its nutritional value, but then on the affordability scale compared to some of the other proteins. And not to say anything negative about those, because we need them all and we want all agriculture to succeed, but pork fits that mix of a product that's not only affordable but highly nutritious and highly adaptable.
Do we have the opportunity here in the Buckeye State to expand this product? It seems like it has been growing, but quietly under the radar. And where do you see it going from here?
So I hope to see pork, not only at the family farm level, continue to grow in this state and have, more farms continue to be able to operate and produce and do the thing they've always done. But then on the demand side from the consumer, it does look like the demand has increased across the state for a number of reasons. The work that the Ohio Board is doing in the state to boost boost purchases at the grocery store for the consumers. We've got the Ohio Board is sponsored with 614 Magazine in the Columbus area right now. We just finished up Restaurant Week. We've got a lot of different restaurants with unique pork dishes on their menus right now. So I encourage people to get out and do that. And then on opork.org, there's a lot of different recipes and everything, and a lot of information out there. And then obviously all the social media channels that we have. If you're so inclined to look those up, you can find a lot of different that you're after.
Yeah, no question about it. You guys have a great website when it comes to communicating to the general public, whether it's on recipes or what you guys are doing as far as the industry is concerned. And I encourage you to go to that website as often as possible if you want to learn more about pork, or you can go to our website at ohiocountry.com. Before we let you go, Jared, let's talk a little bit about that cost of doing business. I know that, our grain farmers want a higher price, but of course that's a product that goes into feed. We've got land costs that are continuing to go up, building costs that are continuing to go up. So the cost of doing business and the cost of growing this industry could often be a challenge. And what are some of the things that we're trying to do on a statewide or national basis to help improve that profitability for our farmers?
Sure. Yeah, that's always a top of mind. We want our farmers, our producers, to be able to be profitable. And as you mentioned, there's a lot of different factors that figure into that. Feed costs are high. We want to, obviously we want grain farmers to be able to be profitable because we need them to be in business just as much as, as other facets of the industry. If we don't have, our corn and soy growers across the state, we're going to have a really hard time feeding our animals. Obviously, building costs have gone up and up. So we need to continue to work together across all forms of agriculture in the state to be able to continue being the number one industry in the state of Ohio. So as is agriculture. So.
Yeah, and there's no doubt about it that the tide rises, it raises all the boats. And in the ag industry, we need that constant communication between all facets of the ag industry, and the Ohio pork producers are doing a terrific job of that. And you're doing a great job, too, and we appreciate your support. We also appreciate your advocacy for our pork producers here in the Buckeye State and nationally. Jared, thanks for joining us.
Thank you very much.
And we'll be back with more in Ohio Country today, right after this.
Closed captioning provided by Dye Real Estate and Land Company, your area leader in land auctions. When you want reliable results and easier soil management, turn to Case IH Tillage Equipment. Built for both fall and spring work, Case IH machines deliver the consistency you need to create the ideal seed bed season after season. Designed for durability and performance, they're ready to handle whatever your fields demand. Stop by your local Apple Farm Service or learn more online at applefarmservice.com/Case IH. Rodock Leasing Sales and Service is your place for Wilson Livestock Trailers. Wilson builds reliable, lightweight, and corrosion-resistant aluminum livestock trailers. Wilson is known for their attention to animal and operator safety, as well as the best in biosecurity. Wilson delivers your best value and your lowest cost of operation. Rodock is your home for Wilson Livestock Trailers. Call Rodock Leasing Sales and Service today. Learn more at rodock.com. Your outdoor fun starts here at Dad's Toy Shop. See us today for all of your favorite remote control land, air, and watercraft, and so much more. Dad's Toy Shop in downtown Wapakoneta is your one-stop shop for all of your hobby needs. Alan Davis Insurance Agency, your solutions provider in Wapakoneta, Lima, and Minster. Alan is a business owner and an active farmer. Trust Alan Davis Insurance Agency for auto, home, life, commercial, and total farm protection. For more information, check us out on the web at allendavisinsurance.com. When it comes to land, some people just see earth. we see an investment. We see growth. We see profits. We see life. When it comes to your farm and your land, we'll help you see your investment. At Dye Real Estate and Land Company, we know the land because we live it every day. Visit us today at dyerealestate.com. That's dyerealestate.com.
Produce is best when freshly picked. Baked goods are best when just out of the oven. Delicious fresh food is just one reason to stop by your local farmers market this season. Some of the vendors at the Medina Farmers Market have several more reasons why everyone should support the farmers markets across Ohio.
Well, I'm Chris Olowich, and we're an organic produce farm on Litchfield, Ohio. I've been there since 1972. I do biointensive agriculture, which means in a footprint like these two tables are 12 feet long. I would put 1,000 garlic in there. There's just enough room in between the plants to do your weeding. People ask me when I tell them, I'm an organic farmer. They ask me, like, what do you grow? Earthworms is the answers, because human health is based on healthy soil. And the strongest way to facilitate that is through earthworms. So we have 20 beds. They're 30 inches by 60 feet, and we cover them with organic matter, and the earthworms pull that down. My soil is like coffee grounds.
My name is Eric Mahalo. I own the farm at Chatham Lee. It's a bakery, and I do produce as well. I used to grow a garden as a kid all the time, and I just I majored in landscape architecture at Ohio State, so I did that for a while, and then started a bakery, a wholesale bakery, and that's where I started doing all this stuff. And then the family bought a farm in Chatham Township, and decided to farm the around the homestead. I'm pretty much just doing the farming part time, and it's very difficult, but that's neither here nor there. I just it's important to know where your food is coming from, and we don't use any pesticides or chemical fertilizers. We make our own compost, and first of all, I love working for myself, and which is the ultimate as far as I'm concerned. But I love being outside, and I also love educating folks on, especially even on the bakery. On the bakery, I use non-bleached, non-bromated flour. We're out there. It's like I said, it's tough work, and it's a labor of love.
My name is Dan Konkis. I work for Sherrick and Ari Ross. They're the owners of the farm. Where I live, there's a lot of farming. And my neighbors, Eric and Sherry Ross, own the farm. And so I got involved about 17 years ago, helping them in a number of different capacities. For them, it's a great way to give the community fresh produce. And I think that's the biggest thing for them. But we also have a lot of entertainment on the farm, too. So we have a pumpkin festival in the fall. That's a big draw. We've diversified, but they got into it because it's a family history. It's 50, 60 years of farming, which their father started. And so that's how they got into it. For me, the biggest thing is bringing all our fresh produce here. We're here on Saturday from 9 to 1. We're in Chagrin Falls on Sunday from 9 to noon. So we bring all our fresh produce. We bring our melons. We bring corn. And people just love the idea of fresh produce. In the beginning of the season, we pretty much just bring the cold crops, the lettuce, beets, things like that. And then as we go on and keep adding, people love to get fresh tomatoes, fresh mini tomatoes, fresh tomatoes. They've been all winter not having fresh vegetables and fresh fruit. They just really appreciate it. I like working with the people here. We bring a lot of really nice folks from the surrounding communities in Medina coming to this market. This is a great market. Probably the biggest thing is buying local. So many people want to jump to the grocery stores right away, and not knocking grocery stores because sometimes they do bring in local farmers stuff. But by buying local at the right from the farm, you're helping out the farmer. You're getting fresh stuff, so it's a win-win for both.
Benjamin Richardson. I'm kind of operator of Richardson Farms. It's a family farm. My dad's the owner. My family's been doing the fruits and vegetables, greenhouse, row crops for about 7 generations in Ohio. So we've been here for a while. So it's just something to do. And it's been in our family for a while. I mean, there's so much stuff. You get to work from home. You get to make your own hours. But the only down thing is there's a lot of hours, and there's never enough time to finish what you're doing. You get to meet a lot of people, and it's fun just to do, work outside. It's great. Like if you're in the community and you have a local farmer that sells their produce or whatever they have, support them. It would help them and their family immensely. If you do get any produce and you worry about, where it comes from, how it's produced, if it's sprayed or not, if you have a local farmer, you can just ask them and you can get the direct approach, and you won't have to worry about recalls and all that stuff that you have to go through a grocery store. And it's always better to know where your food comes from, and you can ask questions and you get answers. It's fresher, it's closer, and I think it's better for the environment. So, come out to the farmer's market and spend some money.
To find a farmer's market near you, log on to ohioproud.org. For In Ohio Country Today, I'm Amanda Mangan.
From generation to generation, farmers do their best to protect their land, livestock, and farm operations. But they can't do it alone. Salina Insurance Group has partnered with local ag professionals to do just that, offering the peace of mind needed to run a successful operation. Salina's products and coverages come from our first-hand experience and relationships with local agents. For total farm protection, come experience the Salina difference. Learn more at salinainsurance.com.
Welcome back to In Ohio Country Today, and with me is Tony Riemann. We're here at the Molly Karen Ag Center at Road Ox display, and we have a great product here to talk about, a Benke trailer. I think this is something new that you guys are kind of working on, but let's talk just a little bit about the product of what we have here.
Well, this is a trailer made by Benke. They're out of Iowa. We've handled a lot of their trailers in the years past. A lot of air brake, pintle hitch, 30-ton construction type trailers. This is something that's kind of new for them. They've always made step decks and detachables and so forth, but this particular trailer is designed specifically as a spray trailer. It's designed to put a tank in the front, tank on the top. It has holes on the bottom so you can put a sump tank on it if you want to for complete clean out, and it has the pass-through holes for your hoses. And of course, steps on the side. You can design it kind of how you want to. Of course, on spray trailers, everybody wants something a little bit different, and so we get these trailers in just a straight trailer, and then we have a couple preferred vendors that we can help you get the tanks and the induction cones and the plumbing that you need.
Well, that's interesting. You talk about spray trailer, but you could also use it for other uses, for fertilizer.
Absolutely. So the tanks come off quick. And you can use it to haul hay. You can use it to, haul any kind of product.
Working on the farm when I was a kid, and our spray was a flatbed wagon with a tank strapped on it. We've come a long way. This product has come a long way from that.
Well, and the thing is two big things. Is number one, safety. We have to be a lot more careful how we do business out there because of the liability that's involved. But the big thing is efficiency. The sprayers that we're using to spray our fields, and we're going over the fields so many more times in a year with fungicides and pesticides and herbicides that if you're investing in a very efficient sprayer, you better have something that can nurse that sprayer to pay for that sprayer.
Well, you made mention, we talked about spraying, you can use it. I mean, this trailer here is not going to be exclusive to using it just a few months out of the year.
No, it's got potential to use, but what we're seeing a lot is the guys that are wanting to be efficient spraying, they dedicate a trailer to that, so they can plumb it exactly how they want it, and it might sit sometimes a year, but when it rolls, it can get a lot done.
You know, Tony, we talk about sales and features and benefits, but you know, serviceability is very important, especially if you had a piece of equipment for a few years and you don't want to keep it, right?
Yep. So, you know, service is a very big part of our business. We know that, you know, if a customer has an issue or a problem with the trailer, we want them to know that they can come to us and we can fix it. We have service locations at our Delphus facility, our Dayton facility, and our St. Mary's facility. We have experienced techs. I think we have 15 experienced techs that some of them has been with us for over 25 years. We handle a full line of parts as far as with this trailer, with our other brands also. We have, you know, a full parts department, brakes, tires, rims, lights, you know, whatever that trailer needs, we can service it and keep it on the road.
You know, that's so important, especially during ag time and downtime. You know, you can't afford that, right, when you're in the field. And if you're in the construction business, you can't afford that either.
Absolutely. You know, downtime is lost revenue time. And so we understand agriculture and construction and so forth, that you have a guy standing around not doing their job or that they can be doing, it's costing you money. So we make sure that doesn't happen very often.
Well, Tony, if somebody wanted to find out more about the product, about the Benke trailer or any other products, the great products that you offer at Rodock, where can they go?
Well, you can call me at 419-348-0644. But you can also go to our website, which is rodock.com. It has all of our products on it. We have a parts tab, a service tab, and you can actually see everybody who works for us too. So we want to build a good, successful relationship with our customers, and we want to know it's a person-to-person endeavor, and so that's how we work at Rodock.
Well, thanks for being with us.
Thank you very much.
And we'll have a link on our page at inohiocountry.com as well. We'll be back with more right after this.
The SureTrack heavy-duty low-profile dump trailer is engineered for professionals who demand the highest level of strength, versatility, and efficiency. And Rodock Leasing Sales and Service is your place for your next SureTrack dump trailer. Available in multiple configurations, tailored to fit your specific needs, and built for heavy-duty tasks. This trailer delivers top-tier performance, helping you get the job done right every time. Call Rodock Leasing Sales and Service today, your source for SureTrack dump trailers. Learn more at rodock.com. Your outdoor fun starts here at Dad's Toy Shop. See us today for all of your favorite remote control land, air, and watercraft, and so much more. Dad's Toy Shop in downtown Wapakoneta is your one-stop shop for all of your hobby needs.
Hello once again, everybody. Andrzej Charneski is visiting with us at Farm Science Review. Andrzej, your responsibilities at Central State University are in agriculture. However, your background goes back several years before this. Can you tell us a little bit about your background?
Yes, so I'm actually a graduate from Ohio State University in plant science, sustainable plant systems specifically. I went to Tri-C before that too for landscaping as well. But I've been working in the industry for about 15 years now, everywhere from hydroponics to construction, building greenhouses. I have my own business growing microgreens for restaurants in Cleveland. And I got to teach a course and develop a hydroponics course for Central State, where I kind of got my feet wet with the educational side, and I truly enjoyed it. Central State gave me the opportunity to come work with them as an extension educator, and I'm working up in Northeast Ohio in Cleveland, where we have 2 farm sites. At one of the oldest farm sites at Coit, it's in East Cleveland, and Vicky Trotters as well. But we help teach fast-track farming to people that never grown anything before, from the business side, also to some people that just want to homestead or just grow their own food to be self-sufficient. So I'm an extension educator, and my predominantly role is to teach people about the science and the background of plant science and growing and farming, all the way from irrigation to building greenhouses to soil management, how to build up your soil. We go out and even visit some of our student sites as well. We help do assessments as well in the community as well, not just our farm sites, but anybody that has any questions, I can go out and help them. Similar to how the Metro Parks has a naturalist, but my predominant role is A&R, Northeast Ohio Extension. But prior to this, I helped develop a hydroponics course that was focused towards veterans And the same thing, we learned about lighting, fertilizers, irrigation systems, and things like that, and kind of got my feet wet with that. And Central State gave me the opportunity, like I said, to come in and get a chance with teaching people how to empower them with their business and growing. And it's very inspiring to be able to help people and help the community.
Okay, now what you're doing is a little bit more than shovels and plows. It's quite a bit more technical in nature. What are you finding from the people that you're targeting? Are you able to draw them out? Is there a lot of questions being asked?
Yes, and I think Northeast Ohio Cleveland has a very, very strong urban ag interest. There's a lot more people getting the self-sustainability, self-sufficiency, and they're realizing that food is power. Everything comes from plants: food, medicine, clothing, textiles, and you can see from the students. And we have 20% of the world's cleanest drinking water is up by the Great Lakes too, and we have such a diverse type of soil. From the east, it's very sandy soils, to the west, very swampy soils. So with those different diversities, you can grow a lot of different crops up there. There's figs and a lot of vineyards and stuff on the east side near the lake as well. But Ohio, I think Northeast Ohio is going to be one of the biggest urban ag areas for urban agriculture. I think it's becoming that, and interest has grown very, very strong.
And I would think that age would not really be a factor. Young and older people alike would be interested.
Yep, we work with, there's 4-H, so they work with younger students. I've helped work with St. Ed's, helping with compost piles, younger kids, adults, all age groups. So it's pretty cool.
Now, what would your goals be? Do you have any specific goals for, say, a 5-year plan?
My goal is to make as many urban farmers as we can in Cleveland, Ohio, inspire them and empower them to start their own farm sites and teach other people.
So, Anjay, thank you very much for being with us.
Thank you for having me.
Allen Davis Insurance Agency, your solutions provider in Wapakoneta, Lima, and Minster. Allen is a business owner and an active farmer. Trust Allen Davis Insurance Agency for auto, home, life, commercial, and total farm protection. For more information, check us out on the web at allendavisinsurance.com. From landscaping to restoring fields to waterways and repairing damaged ground, Brilliant Seeders are built to handle it all. Designed for efficiency and consistent results, Brilliant is your one-and-done solution for seeding. And when it comes to finding the right equipment, Apple Farm Service is your one-stop shop. Don't settle for the way you've always done it. Upgrade your fields with Brilliant. Stop by your local Apple Farm Service or visit applefarmservice.com/brilliant to learn more.
Hey, that's going to do it for this week's edition of In Ohio Country Today. For more information about our TV show, our podcast, our YouTube channel, our iHeartMedia Ag Network, check us out on the web at inohiocountry.com. Have a good day, everybody.